Um, the assist, honestly, the assist, 34, and then a big key for us tonight was keeping them off the offensive glass, and we did a great job of that too. Um, but happy for the guys. That's the most complete game we put together, obviously, in a long time, and against a really good team, a really good defensive team, which hopefully reinforces the idea when we play to make plays for each other, we're tough to guard, and we got enough scores and weapons that can get hot. That should be something we try to continue to play like.
Talk about Julius having the potential to be great. Are these types of teams are the ones that
Yeah, and I mean, I told him I thought he was really, really good tonight, and not because the numbers. I don't care about the numbers. The thing that I liked most about his game tonight was he was alert the whole game, and he still made mistakes, but there was never a time he was on the court where he was just kind of standing up and checked out of a possession, and that's huge progress, and that's when we can get that type of alertness, obviously he's not going to put those numbers up every night, but that the numbers will come and go. But that type of alertness while he's on the court is going to make us a lot better.
When you talk about that alertness, do you mean Julius specifically or team one?
When I was talking to him, I was talking about Julius specifically, but it's also a team thing. But that's one of the things individually. Jesse, who works with him a lot, has been showing him clips of, and something me and him have talked a lot about this season, is being ready when you come back in from being on the bench, being ready when you come out of halftime, not ever taking possessions off. And that doesn't mean you got to go 100 miles an hour, but it means you need to be locked in and talking and quarterbacking, a defense. And he was really good with that tonight.
Luke, walking off the court, Randall alluded to, you said you pissed him off in practice and then called him later that night or something to reiterate it. This is what you were telling us pregame. This is the challenge that you would like to see a response. Apparently that worked for tonight.
Well, yeah, it worked. I called. I mean, I called him and I asked him if he was still mad at me, and he said no, but he was glad to know that I cared. And I told him, no, you misunderstand the question. Like I don't care if you're mad at me. I just want to know if you still are mad at me or not. And we talked out, why I got on him in practice, and because I think he can be great, I'm going to continue to hold him to high standards. But he obviously responded pretty well and gave us a real nice effort tonight.
Down the stretch of the game, you guys were up pretty significantly. You still had most of the starters out there. Was that like a reflection of leads having been blown or a message being sent to them?
No, it was kind of the way it worked out. I mean, the way we play, we have a lot of faith in our second unit, and because we hockey subbed the second unit out in the first half. And the first unit racked up a lot of minutes, so we kind of left that second unit out longer in the fourth. And just because a game's never really over, it looked like we were getting a little fatigued, and I didn't want to take any chances, so we went back to the starters, down the stretch. But normally our starters and bench play about the same minutes anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
Is there an aberration on that front, just how the game went, or is there a thought of playing the starters more?
No, I mean we play whatever group's rolling. We'll stick with whatever group's rolling. We've proven that by how much we play our bench. But the starters were playing great basketball tonight, and then when the second unit got third chance in the first half, some of them were playing good, others were playing all right, but then they gave up a wide open dunk in transition, and that's not acceptable. So we took them all out, and the starters went back in. I was really proud of the bench for the way that they handled themselves. They didn't pout, and when they came out and got their opportunity in the second half, they started that fourth quarter off great for us and made plays for us and did what they've done all for the most of the year.
So you
wanted to know. Well, really, I mean, I was calling him just to check in and talk hoops with him and tell him, explain myself. I just, you know, wanted to have some fun with him before we had a serious talk.
In that situation, do you want him to be mad?
Hmm?
In that situation, do you want him to be mad when you call?
I don't care as long as he gets the message. I mean, really, that's if he's. I wouldn't expect him to still be mad. I mean, it was something happened in practice hours ago. But as long as he is getting the message and he understands that it's coming from a place of trying to help him become better, then if he's mad at me or not, that's we'll be fine.
Do you spend most of your nights calling the players and chit-chatting after practice?
No, only when need be. Yeah, that wasn't even needed. I was just, you know, felt like calling, felt like talking to Julius. Heard his son on the other end of the line. Just, but no, most nights are not spent on the telephone with the players. No.
It was that dribble handoff with Julius looked pretty potent as you guys are making shots. How has he kind of made that such a reliable tool for you guys?
Well, that's when we were watching tape on the way he played as a staff. We saw his potential in being able to really, push a break from a power forward, which allows us to get more shooting out, spaced out. So one thing we really wanted to encourage him to do was, to become that player that, he's faster than people that are guarding him. So from day one, we've told him every time he gets a rebound, we want him leading the break. Guards get out wide and run. I've sat down with him early in the season, showed him clips about how Draymond does the same thing in Golden State with his shooters, and it's been sloppy at times, but it really has slowly been getting better and better, and he's starting to really read what's available for him, which is great because that's the key to the whole thing is when you get shooters that are hot. And then you go to do that stuff, and they're going to stay home. We want him attacking the rim to score himself. And early in the season, I felt like he was trying to force a little bit. And now he's doing a much better job of surveying the court and making the appropriate read. But, when you can move as well as he can, he's coming downhill at you and then hits the brakes and goes off to a dribble handoff. If you're the big trying to guard him, most bigs can't stay with that. So that's why it gets us open shots for our guards.
Was it the volume of the practice, you guys having the 17 three-pointers tonight, or was that just Nick and D'Angelo?
It was both. I thought we were playing with a good pace. Obviously, Memphis some of the shots that they both hit were contested and well defended. But shooters get hot. Good offense is going to beat good defense. But I thought we were sharing the ball. I thought for the most part we were making the right decisions, and that those things tend to happen when you play with that type of mindset.
You just mentioned Draymond a second ago, but when you were an assistant at the Golden State, the type of challenges you would issue with Draymond, are they similar or is it different being head coach compared to what you did with Julius?
No, I mean they're all challenges are different. It's that wasn't my Draymond and I's conversations were there was challenges in there, but they were different than they are now. With the head coach. I mean, Draymond's however many years into the league is you're working on a whole different stuff and challenges with guys that are older than with guys that are young.